Club 147 once again in Leicester. We're in the second round stage. We've got two of the younger players, up and coming players on the EPA Ladies Tour. Emma Cunningham is about to break this first rack. Who's already been a World Ladies runner-up. And has actually got to the final of every EPA Ladies Tour event this season so far. And she's playing Amy Coley, who's 17 years old, one of the youngest players on the tour. And it's Amy that gets her hand on the table first. Best of 9 frames, and it's alternate break. So relatively short matches as Amy just covers the left centre pocket. And Emma Cunningham is no doubt one of the most talented players in the ladies' game. As I say, she's already been a World Ladies runner-up, and she's still only in her early 20s, so a massive future ahead of her. Originally hails from Northern Ireland, but now I believe based in England. I don't know if that has some part to do with the fact of playing on the EPA Ladies Tour. I don't think there's much of a tour on offer in Northern Ireland, so her and her sister Mary Cunningham both play on the EPA Ladies Tour. A fantastic cut shot to the centre there. And a lot of precision. Didn't have much room to work with there, so I had to be perfectly accurate. On the yellow to left corner pocket was a little bit too much there, so she leaves the table open now for Amy. Tries the cross double into the corner pocket on that red. The yellow's now looking in a very, very open position, and the black is definitely possible into at least 2 corner pockets. So Emma can just get rid of these yellow balls. She's underdone that a little bit. She's not finished as high as she wanted to on that ball. She wanted to play the yellow, which is in the D at the top of the table there, and she's come up short by a good 4 to 5 inches. So she plays a good recovery shot, plays the plant to the bottom left. is Amy now with these 3 remaining balls that look as if she's going to be able to take this first frame. And when the yellow balls were in that particular position, it did look ominous for her. She'll be delighted that she's managed to come back to the table. Down goes the last red, so it's just a thin cut now to the centre pocket. So it is Amy Coley that takes the first frame. Another dry break to match what Emma Cunningham had done in the last frame. Emma's just looking for the easiest possible path for these remaining yellows. She did take on that difficult yellow to centre. She knew she had to be very accurate. I think she was trying to stay for position on the yellow to the bottom right. Seemed like a bit of a miscue there from Amy. She seemed to almost cue over the top of that ball there. She was a little bit disappointed with the way she played that shot. It was a chance. The reds are relatively in the open. There is one saving grace. It's not an easy clearance for Emma, simply because of the yellow near the top right of the table. She needs to be behind that yellow really in order to pot it, or to the right hand side of it, which means it goes into the top left corner. I think she's got an opening yellow. The one to the middle does go. She's just looking now to see what kind of position that leaves her. She's had to control the cue ball off the red. Another ball missed. So far she's missed a couple of open balls, so she's not going to be delighted with the start, especially as Amy's taken that first frame. the plant well into the corner pocket, leaves the other red over the same pocket so that she's got that as a cover ball. But very tactically astute, she knows leaving that ball is probably the most important thing. Took on the most difficult pot there, it's not come off for her. But the one thing she has done is managed to put the cue ball in an okay position for Emma to perhaps take on this red at the top of the table into the left corner. And that's what she's just looking at now, looking at the angle that the cue ball is going to come off. She's just got to be very, very careful that she doesn't run into the red, so I think this may well be the reason. She's going to look at a different option. The angle's too much for her to be able to miss the red, either playing it with topspin or bottom. We'll find out. She's taking that ball on. But she was opting to try and play it to the left centre. There's no value now in Amy leaving that red over the top corner. She will be probably best advised now to play that red and see if she can afford herself decent position on one of these three reds in the middle of the table. I don't think she's come out far enough for that. She'll run that through with a bit of topspin and come further off the cushion. And she plays the plant well. It's just about controlling the cue ball now on these remaining three balls. Because that red ball to the bottom of the black will only pocket into the right middle. Just plays the cue ball through, nicely controlled, good use of the pace there. She's obviously read the pace of this table very well early on. A nice pot, she's left it very close to the black, but it still should go to the top left. Difficult cut. She's taken it on and she's overcut it. She's missed it by about 2 inches. So really should have been 2-0 up there, Amy Coley. Has gifted Emma Cunningham this chance. And those balls are in an easy position. There should be no real problems here for us to run these balls out. Screw back off this yellow just a touch. And what should have been 2-0 is actually now 1 each. And we're back after the break.